there, graders. Today's learning target is I can describe the climate of different regions in the world. Well, first of all, we have to talk about that word climate. Climate is a word that describes the temperature, weather, and seasons that a certain place has. So different parts of the world have different climates. They have different weather, different usual temperatures, and the seasons sometimes look a little different. They all have different climates. You're going to watch a video with Mystery Science Doug where he's going to talk about climates and talk about different parts of the world. He's also going to take you through an activity that is a little more complicated the way he has it set up, but because we're doing remote learning, we're going to have to do it a little different, just like the other videos that Doug has done with you. And that's because for some of these activities, you would need to print off different papers and things, and I can't be sure that all the families have printers and stuff at home, but it's okay. We'll just make some adjustments. If your family does have a printer and you want to do those things, send me an email and I will hook you up with the link to the papers. But as it is, you're still going to be able to hit that learning target describing the climate in different parts of the world by doing our slightly different activity. Now, this paper that I'm showing right now is the one that Doug has and we don't have. It would be fun, it's got a lot of math and things to figure out, but we're going to skip this part. So don't worry about it when Doug shows this page. On this part of the activity, Doug is going to have you color a map of the world to show the different climates that different parts of the world have. This is a really cool activity, but I can't guarantee that everyone has a map of the world that they can color. So before you get started with Doug's video, I'm going to take you through how to draw a basic outline of the world. It won't be a perfect map, but it'll be similar to the shape of all the continents on the world, and close enough for you to color along with Doug while you watch it. So let's get started drawing a rough map of the world. If your family does have a printer and you know how to print off a map of the world to color, awesome. You will be much quicker at this step and you can skip ahead in the video till I'm done drawing to hear the next bit. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at a map of the world and sketching a model of it. It's not going to be amazing, but it'll be vaguely shaped the same as the world map, and that will be enough for us to color code the different climates. You can see this is when I started, and I'll show you how I got what I got. But if you're feeling confident, or you want to take some more time on this, you could just pause the video on the map of the world that is in my video, but it's also in Doug's video, and you can practice drawing while looking at that. But here's a way to just get a sketch. Now, I started with Africa because it's right in the middle, and you can see that I made a curve line and then kind of a triangle shape. I'm going to put another little island over here for Madagascar. So that's basically the shape of Africa. And it's connected to Asia up here with a wonky rectangle shape like that. So then I had to look up here at Europe and over here at Asia. Europe is has lots of peninsulas and islands. It's very wonky, but the basic shape is a long, skinny triangle that's kind of bumpy through here and has a bit that comes off the top. But in my sketch, my first sketch was just a long triangle. By the way, have you noticed that my first doodle was really, really light with the pencil? That's because when you draw lines lightly, they're easier to erase. These ones where I'm pressing harder, so you can see, they're going to be harder to erase because they're actually denting the paper. I could add more details in Europe if I wanted. I could put some peninsulas down on the bottom for Italy and Greece and put some islands in there, or I could leave it alone. There's another little island up here for England and Ireland. And here's Iceland, stuff like that. Again, you can be as detailed or not detailed as you want with this. So if I go over to Asia, in my sketch, Asia is a larger kind of wonky triangle shape that connects. So I guess all in all, it's a wonky trapezoid. Going across the top of Russia, I just did a squiggly line. Now this bit is kind of like Europe. It has lots of peninsulas and islands and things. But the basic shape is kind of like that. Sure, basically. We'll put some islands there too. Down we go to Southeast Asia. There's India. Again, sorta. Okay, so I've got a sort of Asia blob shape. After that, I jumped down to Australia because Asia and Australia have a bunch of islands between them in this area right here. Australia is, again, kind of another wibbly rectangle. I always remember Australia being shaped kind of like that. Like a, I don't know, maybe a little ghost shape almost. Has an island right there, and lots of islands through here. So we'll go nuts with little blobs. Okay, well, we've done the Eastern Hemisphere. Now let's jump over to North and South America. South America has a similar shape to Africa, but it's a little smaller. You have a curved spot with a pointy triangle down at the bottom. Maybe not that pointy in real life, but close enough. South America connects to North America. So I'm going to have mine connect right there. For North America, in my original sketch, I did a curved triangle, sort of piece of pizza shaped. But when I do it this time, I'm going to have a bit sticking out for Alaska, and then kind of follow down there. And then up here, the top part of Canada has a bunch of islands and a bay in it. So I'm going to cut a piece out, come down along the coast. Here's a little boop and a curve for Florida and the Gulf of Mexico. And we'll go back up and add some islands. Over here is the biggest island, Greenland, which, again, another triangle shape. And there are some islands in the Caribbean, shaped like that. We've got one more continent to go. This is the one most people forget because there's not very many people there, Antarctica. Down here with the penguins. And I'm just doing a blob along the bottom of the map. Okay, we have a very rough doodle of the world map, but this is detailed enough that you could color it to show the different climate zones on the world. If you want, after you've done this, you can take some time to clean up your little messy sketch lines, like I have done. Otherwise, you are ready to move on to the next step. Okay, that's all for my video. Keep your drawing of the world map handy, and when you get to the part in Doug's video where he starts telling you what colors to do different parts of your map to show the different climates in those parts of the world, you can pause Doug's video and color along with him.